both of them, they comprise the inseparable and highlighted motif of Hinduism that presents the sun and moon. And sun and moon, they are presented in the presence of Lord Jagannatha. And this position is called Danda Pranama, and Gajapati Maharaja himself is offering his obeisance standing before the Lord, just below the pedestal in the Sanctum Sanctorum. Now let's look at the dress of the Gajapati Maharaja. He is wearing white, all white, the white Jodhpuris and white Angaraksha. Angaraksha is the upper part of the dress. It doesn't have any button. It just has to be tied up. It can fit to a person of any size, and this particularly began with the Rajput princess. Little longer style was worn by the Rajputs, and shorter in size that was worn by the businessmen of Rajasthan. And after the arrival of the Mughals in India, they also adopted a lot of styles from the Rajput traditions. Not only in dress but also in other ways also. And on the head he wears the white turban, but this turban is very different from the other turbans that we find in rest of the country or rest of India with the royalty. This is little similar to the type of turban that is worn by the King of Nepal. And Nepal has a stronger tradition and stronger tie with the temple of Lord Jagannath, because when the King of Nepal comes to offer his obeisance or prayers in the temple, he has to alight the visual throne or Ratna Mandapa or Ratna Bedi. There he offers his prayers. And traditionally, the musk that is collected from the musk deer, that is always presented by the King of Nepal from time to time, even though the kingship is gone from Nepal, but still then the royal family of Nepal has a strong tie with the temple and on the worship and rituals of Lord Jagannatha. There is a specially designated Panda or the Brahmin priest. He is attached to the service of the King of Nepal. On particular days, he has to offer make the offerings before the Lord, as per the directions and the instructions of the King of Nepal, or as per the traditions. I was talking about the white turban, and the turban has got the turban brooch or the serpent is there on the back of the serpent. There is the white feather. Even the feather is also white. And on the left side and on the right side, the hanging ornaments are also there. They also belong to the Rajput tradition, and they were also propagated by the Muslim rulers, particularly ranging from the Mughals. And the same thing is also seen on the headgear of the Nizam of Hyderabad. Well, that is a different thing. It's a part of the royal dress, and there is the sas is there, the golden sas, the shoulder belt and the kamarband is there. And here this time we find it's all golden, and he wields the shamsher, the Islamic sword, also a bezeled sword that he has left it with his personal attendants, because he is accompanied by the attendants from his own palace called Srinahara, and also the temple functionaries or the ritualists there. Now he is again offering the Danda Pranama or standing ovation is there, he is offering, and after that he would be sprinkling the anointed water. The water, it has got the paste of the sandalwood paste, and also the camphor and other things also added to the herbs. So that is the way an anointed water is prepared, and that the Ghatwari Sevaka or the Ghatwari ritualist is holding, and he would be holding it before the pot made of silver that would be presented to the Gajapati king, and he would be sprinkling that water. And after that he would sprinkle the flowers all around the chariot, on the upper deck of the chariot. In early days, many centuries back, the Gajapati Seva used to happen below the chariot, around each of the chariots. So from the time of Kapilendra Deva, it was decided that no, it will be held only on the top of the chariot, on the deck of the chariot, just to save time, because sweeping around the chariot on the ground, that was taking a bit longer time. So to move on to the discipline and decorum and to the comfortability of the rituals, so it was decided that it would be held only on the deck of the chariot, and that is the way it happens. But no way it should be construed as the self-glorification or the display of the pomp and ceremony there. No, it is a seva. Seva means the service, and he is understood to be the foremost servitor or ritualist in the temple. Of course, he represents the royalty. In early days, he used to wield power over a territory. On the background is the 12th century edifice, that is the temple, from Ganga to the Godavari on the southern side. And that time he was holding a long title, and the title is still used. In Almanac, the same title is used, and in every worship and in every piece of writing, when the year is marked with the ruling of the Gajapati Maharaja, and this being the 51st year of his ruling there. And he is given the title Sri Sri Veera Sri Gajapati Gaudeswara Navakoti Karnatotkala Viradhibirabara, means he is the person of valor of all persons of valors. Bhuta Bhairava, Shasanatirna Rautaraja. Rautaraja means he is the foremost of all servitors. I was talking about the Gajapati Seva. This is the implication here. Rautaraja, Atula Bola. He is a strong person in the society and in the